Right, I'm going to be doing some fishing for mackerel today. I just thought I'd show you this. This is the lures we're going to be using. It's basically just a bit of pipe. This one's off our old telephone cable, so you just cut it like that. And then you slide it over the hook. You put it on a loop. You can make bigger ones as well using electrical cable. Or you can use the silicone, which we did recently. That works as well. Now, if you're out and about and you don't have anything with you, you can just use old crisp packets. You just strip them off, use a bit of thread, tie it on the top of the hook, or you can just hook it on if you are that desperate for the lure. So, if you ever forget your lures, just look in your packed lunch. You can also use things like beads, that sort of thing, to make lures. And the beauty about this cable, if excuse the mess here, this is where I kind of work with my lures. With this cable is you can actually just grab the end of this phone cable like so, grab hold of the white stuff and you just pull it basically like that, and that takes it out. Now you've just got a hollow tube, bit of string there, you can pull it out, and you just got a hollow tube. Now you can just cut that up to the length just a little bit longer than the hook. Now hopefully you can see this alright. What I do is get a piece of, this is just 30-pound line, string it up onto a hook so you can pull down on it, and then at about, oh I don't know, 6 inch I suppose, it's entirely up to you the distance. You just make a loop with your fingers like that and literally just make a loop, but make sure to double over the knot, because if you double the knot it won't slip if you double it. If you make a single one you get a big fish, it can pull, you can make the hook tighten up against the line. So just do that, and what you do is you get your pipe and you will slide it onto the loop you've made. Loop length depends, up to you again. Mackerel I tend to keep them shorter, you don't need them long. Pollock and that I'd make them a bit longer so they hang out from the line a bit further. Then you just take the loop, put it through the eye of your hook like so, and then loop it over the hook, and then just hold it so it comes up on to the top of the line like that, and just slide your pipe down over. It's a little bit short, and that's it, pretty much done. And like I said, just make it long enough so it goes over the end of over the hook, and that's it. And then the next one you do the same again. You just measure the same sort of length, or however long you want, sort of 6 inch. Put another loop in, or 8 inch even. Put another loop in, and do exactly the same. Keep going to the bottom. When you get to your bottom weight trace, if you're fishing rough ground, just make the bottom line longer. It's just to keep the hooks off the bottom. If you run into the bottom, you don't want to, because you don't want your hooks going down to the kelp, so the weight's more likely to pull out than the hooks if they go tearing through. And that's pretty much it. So there you go, 1 5-hook mackerel rig, or feathers, or pipes, or whatever you want to call them. One thing I forgot to mention as well is the length of the weight. I said about it keeping out the bottom. It also helps when you bring it up. If you're in a boat, you can bring it up, leave the weight over the side of the gunnel, and unhook your fish. Because if you bring the whole lot in the boat and drop it on the floor, obviously the mackerel can slap around and end up tangling up all the lines. So if you keep that weight long, you can keep your weight over the gunnel and just unhook the mackerel. And personally I only ever do maximum of 5 hooks. This is because I'm using a rod, and it's, like I say, it's efficient to come up fast and unhook them. If you're using a hand line, something like one of these sort of things, and you put your mackerel line on that, then you might want to use more hooks. Or you might want to use more hooks if you're in an area you don't get a lot of mackerel, and if you find a few, you might want to sort of pick up 6 or 7 in one go, because you might not see any more for a long time, you know, if they're only just sort of passing through. So there you go. Let's go and take them out. Right, I'm going to give it a quick go here. Say a quick go, we'll try here. I've got on the pipe lures we made. And yes, I do know 1 or 2 of you out there are going to say, what about the crisp packet lures? Well, there's the crisp packet lures. I've just brought the 3, or made the 3 up out of crisp packets, and we'll use those in a minute. We'll start with the pipe ones. I just want to get a feel of the area, see if there's any fish first. Tide's running the opposite way to last time I caught here, but we'll see. Just got to see which way we're going to drift, because the wind's going against tide, so it depends who wins, tide or wind. Probably wind, because the tide should be slowing. I just hope there's some fish around. There might be some over there, but it's going to be yuckier weather. Oh, something grabbed it. Will it be a pollock or will it be a mackerel? Probably feels small. More like a small pollock, probably a mackerel. No, it is a pollock. There we go. Small pollock. First fish, first drop. Not very big, but you know. We should go out to our deep water mark, give that a test. Not the best of weather for it, but I don't know, just got a feeling about it all of a sudden. Fishy radar has gone into action. I'm thinking the deep water mark might produce, even though I haven't actually tried it this year. Yeah, I'm going to go and have a look. We'll come back afterwards when the tide swings the other way. Now we're not quite on it, but we should drift to it. So this mark is more hollow, but I have had a few mackerel, and a few chub mackerel and a few oddities out here. Chub mackerel, no, I've had bonito out here, small ones. Oh, oh. Fishy radar worked well today. Sometimes you've got to go with your instincts. I know what you're thinking, some of you. You're thinking, crisp packet lures. Okay, we'll put those on next. Whenever I make any kind of lures, I like to put my money where my mouth is. So, crisp packet lures. Now you don't need to use crisp packets. You can use like ribbon off of when you make parcels up. You get to buy this ribbon. You can use that. It's stronger. Crisp packet lures won't last long, or a very long time. In fact, there's a guy down here who fishes mostly with the ribbon off of parcels, and they work. First drop. There you go. Crisp packet. But like I say, don't expect your lures to last long. But you can can buy paper, even from the tackle shop, that's like this, shiny paper. Just whip it onto the top, or just put it through the loop where you tie your knot on. I'll switch back to those in a minute because I want to go down the bottom of the pollock. Pollock will destroy these crisp packet ones. I mean, they'll take them still. Tell you what, lovely mackerel, crisp packet ones. Let's face it, one of the crisp packet was bacon rashers. Right. Go back to the other ones. So those are only a 3 hook. These are 5 hook. Plus I want to get down, if I can, to the bottom and see if there's any pollock underneath, because sometimes you get the pollock underneath mackerel shoals. Thing is, with mackerel, you can catch them on most things. You can use beads, bits of paper. Well, I say paper, you know, like crisp packet, that sort of thing. Plastic from wire cables, all sorts of different ways. You know, it's fun just to experiment, make your own lures, see what you can catch on them. So you will pick up pollock. If you live in places where you get cod now, I'm sure you'll pick those sort of things up as well. Coalfish. Oddities, maybe bonito, that sort of thing. Just a case of locking up the lures, giving them a go. There you go.